Prime Minister Modi and UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer together in Mumbai. Remember, Keir Starmer is in India with a 125-member delegation, and this is for the FTA that India and UK have signed. This is important for the trade ties between the two countries, and we are seeing the visuals of the two prime ministers meeting in Mumbai right now. It is a crucial meeting, especially taking in consideration the global scenario, the kind of tariffs, the barriers that have been put on India. India has one of the highest barriers and tariffs put by US right now. And this is due to the 25% penalty that has been imposed on Indian goods because of buying the Russian energy. And there you see the UK Prime Minister in the midst of all this, holding Prime Minister's hand, shaking hands. And he has said that growth in India means jobs in UK. Joining us now is India Today Global's Pranay Upadhyay. Once again, Pranay, extremely important picture there on our screens right now. The two prime ministers shaking their hands in Mumbai. Mumbai, which is the hub of all commerce in India, the commercial capital of India. They are meeting not in Delhi, but in the commercial capital. Do tell us about this.
Absolutely, Anjali. The very fact that both the prime ministers are meeting, twice, the second time in the span of the last 3 months, because we know that in July 2025, when Prime Minister Modi traveled to London and at the time of the signing ceremony of the CETA, Comprehensive Economic and Trade Agreement, which is a bilateral FTA, free trade agreement between India and the United Kingdom, and now UK Prime Minister have come to India. And if you've noticed, you rightly pointed it out, that this meeting is taking place in Mumbai, which is the economic capital of India. All the engagements of UK Prime Minister Keir Starmer are there in Mumbai. He has come to India with a large delegation of 125, people, the industry leaders from the various sectors of the UK industry. Definitely, this meeting, this visit of Keir Starmer is happening at a time when UK is getting ready to present their 2025 budget in November 2025, and UK is reeling through economic pressure right now, because the first quarter result of United Kingdom was 0.7% growth, which got reduced in quarter two to 0.2%. So definitely, as Prime Minister Starmer himself mentioned, that he is looking this FTA as a great support for the UK economy. He is looking India as a great partner, and as well as the possibility for bringing more jobs to United Kingdom. So definitely, not only in terms of the goods and services, but also in terms of the mobility exchange, how UK in universities, Southampton University of United Kingdom has recently opened its campus in Gurgaon. Many other vice chancellors and many other university representatives are also accompanying Prime Minister Starmer in this visit. Besides that, he himself mentioned that how the whiskey producers or the Scotch producers in United Kingdom are going to get benefited out of it. And let me list out some of the products. This is not going to get benefit for the United Kingdom, but it is also going to get, the much deserved and much awaited relief for the Indian exporters as well. Because, at a time you mentioned about the Trump's tariff war against India and Trump's tariff pressure against India. But the Indian products, including the processed food, vegetable oil, the leather and footwears, gems and jewelry, all these sectors are going to get benefit, because the tariffs in UK markets have been reduced to 0% now after this FTA. So this is definitely going to be a very important and a significant development between India and United Kingdom. And definitely, if you see the journey of India, Anjali, here, the country which ruled over India for decades, for many years before 1947, is now looking at India as a great support for their own economic survival. This is a great journey and a great story as far as the Indian growth story is concerned, as far as Indian endeavors are concerned.
Right, absolutely. And if we look at the kind of people who are part of the delegation, it is very interesting how the ties could be bolstered up. It is a 125 strong delegation. There are representatives from Rolls-Royce, from British telecom giant. There is also Diageo. There is the London Stock Exchange Group and British Airways as well. So if you look at the list, it is the who's and who of the British commerce community that is in India right now.
Absolutely. As Prime Minister Starmer himself mentioned, Anjali, that this is the biggest trade mission, is accompanying him in any foreign visit. And definitely this signifies that how UK is looking at India
Right.
as a country of
Pranay,
possibility.
I'm
Hmm.
sorry I'm interrupting you here because Sahil Joshi now joins us directly from Mumbai. Let's cut across to him. Sahil, over to you. What's happening over there? Sahil, do tell us
Yeah,
what's happening in the meeting.
well, we are waiting for the joint statement by the UK Prime Minister as well as the Prime Minister of India, Narendra Modi, in short time from now. There is the first bilateral meeting between the UK Prime Minister and the Prime Minister Modi in India after Keir Starmer became the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, has just in progress at this point of time. Uh, there are multiple discussions which are expected to happen. The UK Prime Minister is accompanied by more than 120 CEOs from various companies from UK, and they're actually looking forward for the trade deal which was finalized in July 2025. He's visiting basically to strengthen the India-UK comprehensive strategic partnership. And the key point of discussion will be on the trade and investment, the technology innovation, the defense and security, as well as the climate action. But at the same time, there are multiple questions which were raised, before Starmer arrived in India by the UK journalists. I was speaking to a couple of them, specifically with respect to the Russian oil. He kept mum about it. It is unlikely that topic might come up. He was also asked about the action by the Indian authorities against the Khalistani activist in India. Even on that, he tried to remain silent, but that issue might be taken up while in the discussion is what he had briefed the UK media about. But more than that, this visit is going to be concentrating mainly on the trade partnership, and the UK specifically is looking forward for the deal to be signed as early as possible. Yesterday, the Prime Minister, UK Prime Minister, visited the YRF studio, the Yashraj studio in Mumbai, and the Yashraj Films have promised making of 3 films in United Kingdom. He is looking for creating jobs in UK, and that's why he's looking forward for this partnership. So the first, there will be a bilateral between Prime Minister Narendra Modi and Keir Starmer, which is in progress at this point of time. Then the delegations will meet, and after that, there will be a briefing with the UK and the Indian media, and later they will move for the FinTech festival, which is happening in Mumbai.
Right.
The UK Prime Minister has also kept one briefing in the evening, so we have to wait and see when he will take questions about it. But right now, that is going to be only briefing. There will be no questions asked.
Right, absolutely. But he did speak to the media yesterday, and I'm quoting him here. Sahil, do give me some patience here. He says, with India set to be the 3rd biggest economy in the world by 2028 and trade with them about to become quicker and cheaper. So there is an acknowledgement of the fact that India is a growth giant, and the fact that if India grows, UK benefits. So this is quite interesting, especially in the global scenario where we see that India is currently facing tariffs and barriers, but still there is an optimism even from the UK Prime Minister that there is going to be growth in India.
Well, absolutely, and that is the reason why the UK is looking forward for a comprehensive economic and trade agreement uh, with India as early as possible. The main issue which has been created worldwide because of the tariffs imposed by the United States, and even India is facing those tariffs at this point of time. So even India is looking at a deal with the European countries, especially with UK. But even in UK, Keir Starmer is facing domestic problems with respect to employment and other issues as well. So that is the reason why he's accompanied by the trade forum. There will be discussions on the trade forum as well. What we are also hearing is that there will be a CEO forum. They will engage with the business leaders to explore opportunities and economic partnership with the Indian companies. He was also asked, before landing in India, that whether he's looking at this as an opportunity, the kind of the fees which has been increased by the US authorities on H-1B visa, whether to bring in the IT giants to shift IT giants from US to UK. He did not give a clear answer to that, but obviously everybody is looking for an opportunity in the new scenario, and that is what we expect that the Prime Minister of India and the UK Prime Minister will speak about. It will be a mutually beneficial deal which they are trying to work out. The deal was finalized in July 2025, and the UK is actively pushing for the deal to be strengthened. Please understand that this is the biggest trade delegation carried by any of the UK Prime Ministers. How he introduced it before landing in India.